Okay, so this morning for breakfast, I am just doing muffins. As you saw, I showed you guys my whole recipe. Um, it is a base muffin recipe, and if you want, I would pause at the beginning, write down the ingredients, write down the instructions. I will try and remember because, again, when I voice over my videos and then when I actually edit and upload them, different days, I try and voice over as many as I can, and then I upload them usually a day or two later in sequence. Anyways, I would pause the video and get the recipe. I will try and remember to put the recipe in the description box. So if you're also looking for it there, maybe you can copy and paste it from the description box. I don't know if you are actually able to do that. I don't know if I've ever done that with a recipe. Anyways, I will try and remember to copy and paste in the description box. That is a base muffin recipe. Time in cooking doesn't change for me anyways. If you wanted, you can add an extra 5 minutes if you're doing muffin pan size or cupcake size, if you're doing something wetter like strawberries or blueberries. I'm just doing chocolate chips. I usually, I think, let them sit an extra minute or two. Like I'll turn the oven off and just let them sit for a few minutes. You can bake with the oven on an extra 5 minutes for a wetter filling, like I said, like a strawberry or a blueberry or whatever you're choosing to add to it. I will say I normally add a scoop of protein powder. I keep forgetting the last 2 times I've made muffins, but normally I add protein powder to all of my muffin and all my baked goods because it gives it a nice cinnamony flavor because the protein powder we have is cinnamon roll. I forgot to do that, so you won't see this in this video, but if you do choose to add protein powder, you will not need to add any extra liquid. It won't change the consistency of the muffin. At least it hasn't for me. So I am just going off of how it has worked for me because obviously this is the recipe I use in my home. So that's the only thing I can go off of. If you feel like you need a little more liquid, just a splash of milk will do. You can even do a splash of water if you need to. It's not going to make a difference. Like a splash. Don't go heavy-handed on it, but like if you choose to add, like sometimes I will add ground up chia seed, whatever, flax seed and hemp hearts in. I have a trilogy mix. Just a splash. I believe I add a splash of milk because I double my recipe. So I always add a splash of milk to mine because my recipe gets doubled. And then just add your chocolate chips or whatever topping you're choosing to add. My kids prefer chocolate chips. Sometimes I will make these with cake batter extract and sprinkles, and they're like birthday cake, cupcake muffin things, but usually just chocolate chip is what I do. My kids won't necessarily eat the fruit ones, and I always do one muffin pan and one cupcake pan. That's what works for us, and it usually lasts one breakfast and some snacks afterwards. What else did I want to tell you guys? A couple extra minute. No, I already told you guys that. So yeah, that's really it as far as the muffins go. And like I said, check the description box for the recipe or pause the beginning of the video and pull the recipe. But this is a really fun, easy, simple, muffin base that you can really turn into anything. I've even used this to make like a sweetbread loaf, like kind of like the butter loaves you get at the grocery store. You can throw it in a loaf pan and turn it into like a loaf and just slice it if you so wanted to. It works the same cooking time, maybe just a couple more minutes. I can't remember how many extra minutes I did. Maybe 5 to 7 extra minutes for the loaf. But again, it's a great base recipe. So I really hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to check my description box for all my links.